At the age of 14, I was eating pizza boxes every single night. The greasiest, slobberiest slices of pizza just dipped right into some oil and grease, like pulled right out of the fucking fryer. And I would eat that constantly. If you were to imagine a 14-year-old kid that just stuffed his mouth with junk food all the time, that was me. And it showed. I was 180 pounds overweight at the age of 14. No muscle at all. Just flabby fat and chubby. I was at the doctor's one day. It was either to get a needle or I think it was an appointment for something unrelated. And I had to step on the scale. Take off my clothes and, hope the doctor isn't looking at my nice booty. So, I get on this scale, actually afraid to know how much I weighed, because at that point I've really never weighed myself before. And I'd always known my friends were talking about weight and how much it was important to them to weigh a certain amount for their muscle and for their football. So I was curious and fearful. I stepped on the scale. We're at 180. I think it was 185 point something. Who cares? 0.7. And it just felt horrible. It felt terrible. Just had this sinking feeling like, wow, I kind of suck. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not really the person in my head who I desire most. That hurt. It was very eye-opening, however. Because after that visit, I told myself that this wasn't right. But the way I'd been living for the past several years was just definitely not good for my health. I'd known through eating junk food and sitting around and playing video games all day, never ever doing anything physically exercise. Like, I would never exercise, never go on any walks or anything. I was just a fat gamer as a kid. Yeah, after that doctor's appointment, I think my whole world began to start to change. My decisions started to impact my day more. Whether or not I would grab this unhealthy food from the freezer and stick it in the microwave, or whether or not I would just make some eggs, or have like these snacks. I got these I would eat rice cakes instead of bread, so I could lose weight. 80 calories was the special number I remember on those. I think a level of dissatisfaction had arisen in me at this age of 14, of just being unhappy with myself, that had me taking this immediate action. This action of, okay, I'm working on this now. I'll get better by some point. Here's my goal. I want to be 130 pounds or 120 pounds I had. So I put it on the app calculator, whatever the app was called, Lose It. And I would track my food every day. And every day, there was no exception. Anything I ate, I put on this app. So after experiencing this level of dissatisfaction in my life, which had felt like it crippled me and my ability to walk freely as a free man, as I should be, unable to not suck in my tummy, not, I'm so pretty, whatever that is, and walk around like a fraud. I was walking around with a fake appearance that I had to always keep up. I was so dissatisfied with that. So I began to change it. Hi, my name is Anthony. Welcome to my channel. I post self-improvement videos here. If you like the video you're about to watch and this kind of quality of content, please let me know by subscribing, leaving a like, and commenting down below. It'll help me get through all this and continue making more videos that hopefully help serve someone out there. So, my beginnings, being so dissatisfied, I set out to achieve a goal which I knew I wanted and I knew I was going to get. I set out, I wanted to be 120 pounds by, there was no date. I was getting there, no matter how long it took. So, I've put in this app, it was called Lose It. My weight, I started at 180, I put down, and then my goal, to be 120 pounds. Now that's a lot. 60 pounds, right? Well, at the end of my weight loss journey, which is all it was not a fitness journey, a weightlifting journey, it was a weight loss journey. I got to below 110 pounds. I think I got to 108, and I had taken a picture of myself, and I was skinny, but I wanted, and I was skinny, but I got to where I wanted. I had achieved the mission I set for myself. It only took about a year or two. I think around 16, I was where I wanted to be. I was nice, lean, and skinny. I had followed through with my plan, my goal, my ambition. Through putting in consistent effort to learn how to achieve this person I wanted to be, and by taking the action necessary to get there. What changed for me? From before I started losing weight to at the end, when I got there. It was a change of mindset. Instead of at the beginning here, slamming against this wall, barrier to entry was hard to get through. I needed a real eye-opener for this, so I can get through it. I got that by pulling from strength I had within me. Strength that felt like pain. My pain became powerful. The pain of using these cruel jokes my friends would throw at me, which, let's be honest, they're not cruel jokes. They're your friends making fun of you for being fat, Anthony. That's all it was. And specific memories of traumatic events, of being made fun of for my weight by various different people in my life. I would use that to push me through that barrier to entry. And so I had a change of mind. I'm doing this for myself. And I, over about a week, it was so quick, adopted the ideology of a man or a boy. I was a boy. I was on a weight loss journey. Not a fitness journey. Not a weightlifting journey. But the ideology of a weight loss journey. I set out to do it and I did it. I went from this chubby kid who hated the way he looked to someone who could appreciate the effort he went through, could appreciate the hardships and the decisions he made to get himself where he wanted to be, which was just skinny. I didn't want to feel fat anymore. And I didn't care for muscle. I just wanted to feel more accepted in my own body, in my mind. And I achieved that. I think I was at the age of 16. I was right where I wanted to be. I had this nice skinny physique that I just wanted to be skinny, you know? Like my other friends, like lean. They were kind of my influence to where I wanted to go. I always felt less than being the one fat motherfucker in the group. While all my other friends are lean and have muscle, I never fit in. The way I would view people's perceptions of me always hurt. Would never make me feel good. I always considered that I was being judged. Always. These feelings of these perceived judgments, along with my feelings of being so dissatisfied, had me chasing change. As soon as I got off that scale from the doctors and I got home that day, it was enough. I started to take action. I took immediate action. I started doing research. I started, okay, I need ways to do this that are viable for me. How can I go about achieving this? Weight loss. I'm tired of being viewed and bullied. Because I was. Achieving my goal became the only thing that mattered every day. I had to eat as least amount as I could. I would purposely sometimes even go to bed hungry because I didn't want to eat too much. It's not good. Don't do that. But I signed up for the school gym. You had to pay for a membership, and I paid for it. Only after like 3 months of being in there. So I'd spent like a couple months in there and didn't pay for it. The school got mad at me for it, but I showed up every day. Mostly every day. It was like 90% of the time I started to show up. And I would show up to this gym. I started on the ellipticals, just trying to burn calories. I would always go for the number, like over 200 calories being burnt on this elliptical machine. It had a number on it. And every time, over time, I would start to challenge myself. I'm getting past my previous number. I'm gonna go even harder this time and see if I can go even greater distance. I would take pictures of these, how much I would do and how much the machine was dripping with sweat after. Because I was just puffing on everything. Going as hard as I can the entire time. And it was fantastic. What a feeling that was to come off the machine. I gave myself purpose. In a time where I felt like I suck and I hate myself. Purpose got me out of that. It allowed me to desire a better future for myself. A more desirable outcome. This goal setting that I had set in place and where I wouldn't compromise. Not only did it become my new life and my new me, but it helped me live a more fulfilling life. A more desirable me was presented outward into this world that I always wanted to bring to life. And what a fantastic feeling that was to finally feel like I kind of fit in here with my friends. I'm kind of the same as them. I feel equal to them now. I don't feel below them. I've done the work and I feel proud of myself for it. Yeah, I may not have muscle. That wasn't important to me. What was important to me was keeping my word to myself. Having that purpose. Having that self-respect. Getting the things done that I wanted to do. And I know in my case, I could not stand the bullies in the back of my head who were right. Who had told me, you're eating a lot right now, you know? You're fat, shut up. You're ugly. Disgusting. Especially the voices in my head. The ones that were unsatisfied. The voices that were disgusted being able to grab my belly and rest there. I remember how disgusted I felt about myself and the food I was eating. What an unhappy life I would live, dragging myself off the couch to the fridge, back to the couch, doing nothing with myself, watching TV shows, drowning in entertainment and junk food. How disgusting I was. No, and I was disgusting. I felt disgusting. Only until I wanted to see a better me. And I set the goal to become more than what I was and my most desired self, which at the time was only to lose weight. If I'd achieved this, I'd achieve a level of self-respect that couldn't go away, a value that will never leave. Because entertainment and this garbage I was filling myself with, temporary and not infinite, it's finite. It was a finite life I was living. Not an infinite life. An infinite life of value and self-respect that I gained from going through the effort and actions to achieve my goal. I gained pride and strength and courage and things that have helped me get through more than just weight loss. The results were more than physical. The results of becoming the person that I wanted to be, who wasn't chubby, who was more accepted by his peers. It was more than physical. It was more than being judged by others. In my mind, I was constantly being judged and perceived by others in a negative way. But it was more than that. What I got was something I couldn't have ever gotten from another slice of pizza. It was something I would have never got had I never set the goal. It was self-worth. Realizing I am worth the time and effort to put in to change my life. That it's very possible. I think the importance of goal setting is very important for you, especially if you're young, you're unsure, and you're unhappy with yourself. If you have something you desire, something you want to be, somewhere you want to go, and somewhere you want to set off your boat and sail towards, it's worth starting. It's worth desiring. It's worth, you know what? I'm going to set out on that adventure because you know what? I think I'm going to feel better from it. So, the importance of goal setting, what I learned, it's not about the goal at the end. It's about what you gain on the way towards your goal. The person you become over time by going through the challenges, by putting yourself through the workouts, by doing the hard things that you don't want to do. By saying, you know what, no, I'm not going to compromise on what I want. I'm keeping my word to myself. I work out every other day. Just because I feel tired today doesn't mean I'm not going to work out. Just because my stomach feels upset and that food earlier wasn't enough isn't going to stop me. I want this. That builds character. It builds so much self-respect and self-worth that I think it's so invaluable to not be setting goals and to not be chasing them. I do have a lot more work to do. Finally being free in my own mind and body. And I achieved my freedom of my body and feeling free from judgments after accomplishing my goal. I don't really care about my appearance. I do now, but only for me and my sake. I can't wait to be fit at the end of this year and show you. I've done it before, so what? I put it off for like 2 years. I'm here now with the goal now to get better. I'm excited. The lessons I learned from going through the challenges to achieve my goal, not only did they help me in other aspects of my life, but I was able to utilize my learnings and my teachings from going through the hardships, doing the thing anyways, to overcome my drug addictions. As weird as that sounds, my weight loss journey, years ago, has had an effect on my life today. It's fantastic. I feel so proud of that little kid that went to the gym anyways, who in the changing room who hated the way he looked, so he had to hide away so no one else could see his body. To now, after going through all of that, I'll take off my shirt right now. So what? I'm not in my most desired character right now. I know I'll get there. I've set the goal to. And it feels great. It feels great to be on a mission, on a purpose. If you aren't very satisfied with your life, you gotta go after what you want and stop doing the things you don't want. Set a goal for yourself, something that you want, your most desired self. Maybe you just want to start a YouTube channel and you've been thinking about it for the last while. Well, pull out your camera, hit record, bro. You don't have to make it that crazy. You just gotta do it. You just gotta get into the groove. The momentum will come when you set your goal. When you put the action in and you turn off your rational brain that says, not feeling so good, not gonna do it. Man, you will do it because you'll learn that compromising isn't what you want. You'll learn through the challenges and putting yourself into it that, man, this is so much more worth it than my brain, monkey brain, deems that it isn't. Because it is worth it to do what we want in life, to go after the goals. So that was my story on weight loss and why I think it's important to set goals. Not because of what we achieve at the end of it, but what we can take with us through it so we can shoot forward and keep pushing harder and becoming that more valuable us, the more desired us that we keep dreaming of, that we keep thinking is the right version of. That person, our highest potential. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of what I had to talk about today. If you did, please let me know in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Have a good night.